Present. Hello. Present your entire screen. There we go. This one. There we go. Two minutes to class start. Oh, okay, Gabriel's arrived. All right. Now you gotta turn that camera on when we start, but we got 10 minutes to get ready. I'm gonna put 10 more minutes up to give people a grace period to get to class. All right. Okay. Gabriel's got his screen going good. All right, now I'm gonna put 10 more minutes up. This is to give everybody else in the class time to get to the class. After that, we mark late. You want to make sure your screens are sized the way mine's are because we're about to start the do now. And the assignment is in Edsby, so make sure you're logged into Edsby as well. Let me take quick attendance real quick. Let's go up here. Who's not in class yet? Robotics. Okay. I'll take attendance in 5 minutes. Should be just setting your screen up, Gabe, for class. All right, let's see. This is coming into the room. Sharon Franklin looks like she's here.
Hello.
Hello, you got to turn your camera on and keep your camera on, Miss Franklin. Whole class. Those are not my rules. That is what I've been told we have to do. Okay, got Franklin listed. Okay, so we got 8 more minutes. Just giving people time to get into the room. But while you're waiting, you should be setting up your screen like mine's because we're about to go through the steps for this problem, and I don't want you to miss a beat. Okay, Lisa is coming here in the room. Okay, Lisa Brown has joined us. Um, Make sure that's listed. Yeah, Lisa. Yep. All right. So again, we got less than 8 minutes to set up our screens. Cameras have to stay on the entire time for class. If I reach out to you in class and you're not speaking or participating, I will have to eject you from the class. Dajay has come to class. Okay. Everybody's cameras have to be on. Use the 7 minutes that I'm giving everybody to get here to set up your screens. You're on one screen. And Lisa, we just went over this. It's going to be super easy for you. So you might as well just knock it out if you know how. If you get stuck, let me know. But
Okay.
today is it's a slightly different problem. So, but it's not hard. We just did something like it last period. All day is mathematics Thursdays. Um, okay, let me take a look at who's in the room. All right, so going down the list, Lisa Brown is here. Lee Carter is not here. Mr. Champagne is not here. Connor's not here. Roymond Davis not here. Am I in the right class? I'll make sure I'm doing that right. Yeah, I am. Sinkara Lightu is not here yet. She's usually here. Joel is not here. Lamar Porter's not here. Christian Puentes is not here. Ariana Richardson not here. Melody Terry not here. Jamil Tyler not here. Alexis Valdez not here. Let's take a look. Make sure everything. Oh, I'm missing Katavish Wallace. Not here. Okay. Let's submit this to the office real quick. All right, in 6 minutes, we're going to begin. Just make sure you set your screens up. You should give yourselves a head start by going to Google Docs, like I'm doing, and opening up a brand new Google document, setting up your document title with the header, and you should know what the header is by now. So you have this brand new document. I just went to my Google Docs and hit blank. The next thing you want to do is make sure you name your document. So if you want to find a document later, you can. And if you don't do that, you're just making things hard on yourself because you go to your Google Drive to find the document, you won't be able to know which document it is because you didn't label it. So today's date is what you put in there, 17th. This is September, so you put 9, and then 2020. My title. Next thing is our header. So I'm going to put Mike Tyler. You should be putting your name, not Mike Tyler. And on top of that, underneath that, you're going to put the date one more time. 17th, 9/2020. And then lastly, what period you're in. All this you should have typed up. This is third period, right? Yeah, third period, and you are robotics or intro to engineering students. Someone else is coming in the room. Who is this? I was at the corner of my eye on the other screen. I don't even know who it is yet. I'm waiting for it to show. All right. So anyway, you come down. You should know what the title is for today. Just look at the assignment if you're not sure. She did it again. Okay, there's Miss Light too. I was wondering where she was at. And did she make it before the buzzer? She did. She did. 4 more minutes. Yeah, 4 minutes to catch up. Lee Carter's arriving. Okay. Okay, they're making it. Let me change the attendance list again. Saying Lightu is here. Okay. Who else? We got Carter, right? Lee Carter's here. And everybody must keep their cameras on the entire time of the class. They cannot turn it off. If you do, hurry up and turn it on because I'm going to circle through and find out whose camera is off because that's a rule that we were told this morning that has to be enforced. You have students signing in under students' accounts, and it just makes things bad. Oh, pretty baby, Sinclair. Lee Carter, where's your camera? Okay, I'm gonna circle back to you. If I do not get that camera feed and it stays on, I'm gonna have to remove you from the class and follow up with you tomorrow. So work on getting your camera on. Let's see here. 3 minutes. Did I save the attendance? You write down Carter's camera. He's not turning it on. We're still missing Melody. She's probably gonna come a little later. See, Kyra's here. I got Carter to come back to him. Okay. So 2 more minutes. Lisa already told us in the chat. I'm looking what the title for today was. So you type that in there, and yes, Lisa, you got points for that. All right, so that's going to be what she said, solving. If you're not sure, just go to the chat. And, oh, there's Joel. He just made it. He's waiting for his name to show in the list. Okay, where is it at? All right, he's gonna come in when he does. But in the chat, she put solving or solve for the ordered pair. So we're gonna type that as our title. Solve for the ordered pair. And don't forget, it's the section called linear equations. All right, so let me see if he's coming in the room or he's not here yet. So we're gonna center this in our document, right? Like that. Next, come down one. And this is the part where we go into participation, right? So I'm gonna call on a particular student to read it only after no one has pretty much said anything in the chat. But how much time do we got? Because I want to be fair before I can't make sure everybody that is absent is absent. You got 1 minute. Everybody like should have at least this much typed up. All right, we're about to go into our norms once that minute has expired. Where is the attendance log? Okay, I said Joel came, but it's not showing him in the list. Okay, Mr. Lee Carter, are you there? There you are. Okay, you got your camera on. Thank you, sir. A couple seconds. The norms. Let's get those ready. Okay, so a couple more seconds, and then whoever's not here is just late. Okay, Joel is almost about to. Joel just made it, and man, you're awesome, dude. You fixed your name. They're gonna tell me to talk to you about that. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Great job. I hope they informed you. You got to keep your camera on the whole time. I think that's your camera. It's so dark.
Not bad. Yeah.
So it's okay. It just looks really dark in here. It's hard to see you. All right. So you made it in time to not be
I'm right
considered.
here.
That sounds a lot better, bro. But not. I don't know. I don't think you're gonna want to hold that flashlight the whole time, right? So
Yeah.
it's cool. It's cool, Joel. I trust you. Just keep it on. What was I about to say? We're gonna go through the norms real quick, and then we're gonna start this problem off. So first in my list, and I'm looking at the Google lists, I'm not picking on anybody, is Dajay Moore. Dajay, can you read number 1?
Mom has the right to hurt another person.
Thank you, dear. Number 2, Gabriel, can you read? Gabriel, can you read number 2?
Education in the classroom is sacred.
Thank you, sir. Let's see here. Number 3, Mr. Moreno, can you read it, please?
We will never behave in a way that will discredit ourselves, our school, or our family.
Awesome. Mr. Carter, can you read number 4?
Excel Academy Southwest students is always a lady or a gentleman.
Thanks, sir. Number 5, Lisa.
We take pride in the Excel Academy Southwest.
Thank you. Thank you. Number 1, Sinkyra.
We respect the opinions of others.
Thank you. Sharon Franklin, can you read number 2?
We respect the culture of the classroom.
Thank you. Dajay, number 3.
We are attentive and participate.
Thank you, ma'am. And number 4, Mr. Mayweathers. Gabriel, you're there, but like you're talking to somebody else. Number 4, can you read number 4, Gabe?
We are We have a high expectation of ourselves, our peers, and our teachers.
Thank you, sir. And Joel, can you take care of number 5 so we can get started today?
Yeah, we are here to focus on preparing ourselves for post-secondary endeavors.
Thank you all. Okay. So you should already, like I said before, have your ESV up so you can take the problem. And you should also have up a Google Doc with this much done. I started on the title, started on the header, which you should have your own. And then the title of the document and the body is solve for the ordered pair linear equations. I'm gonna put this in the chat because Lisa already got the points for it. But now we're about to do a demonstration moment where if anybody doesn't say me, I'm just gonna ask a person to read. All right. So that's your title for today. Okay. But let's start off with today's assignment. So I went in ESV and I'm going to today's assignment, but I want to do this in portions. So I'll put this in the chat and I'm going to see who wants to read it. Now, if you want to read it, type me. If you don't, I'll put a 30-second clock up. I'm just going to, okay, Sharon already got it. Go ahead, Sharon. Okay, Sinkar.
Asynchronous problems are done in class. Asynchronous problems are completed at home.
Okay, you got to start with the top part too, dear. You skipped all that.
My bad. Solve for the ordered pair of linear equations. Hello, all future electronic engineers. Today is Mathematics Thursday. Complete the following questions below. No asynchronous problems are done in class. Asynchronous problems are completed at home.
Thank you very much. Okay, she fixed it. Okay, so let's move on. Sharon got 15 points for that. The next person to read this will get 20 points, and this is a participation, right? But it also goes into how you demonstrate. So I'm gonna put it in the chat, what we're working on today, and the first person that types me can read the entire problem for 20 points. You got, Lisa already got it. Go ahead, Lisa.
Equation 1, 64 divided by 2x.
Lisa, start from the top.
Wait, do now solve for the
go.
ordered pair x, y using this equation of systems visa substitution methods. Equation 1, 64 divided by 2x minus 20 divided by 5y equals 125 divided by 5. Equation 2, negative 25 divided by 5x plus 228 divided by 2y plus 30 divided by 2x equals negative 27 divided by 7.
Awesome sauce. Thank you, Lisa. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, all you have to do is take what Lisa read and put it into your Google Doc. That is our problem we're about to work on. So take a moment and put it in a problem like I'm doing here on the screen. I think you guys can still see what I'm doing. And you're just going to copy what she read from the chat into the document, or you can pull it from ESV because it's there too. That's where I pulled it from. Next, let's just blow this up some so you guys can see everything. There we go. Going a little more. How about that? Okay, there. That should be visible enough for you guys. If not, I mean, just go to ESV and you'll be able to grab it and see it. Okay, so let's get started on this problem, right? The first thing we want to do is what? Who knows? You don't hurry up. I'm pretty sure Lisa's going to tell.
Divide.
She said divide. Right. Okay, so let's see who gets the points this time. So I'm going to go one by one through here, and I'm going to call on people other than Lisa to see if there's demonstration.
Can you blow it up a little more?
Yes, I can. But do you have this in your document too?
Yes.
Okay. Because we're going to share out our screens in a moment. That's as big as I can make it. So I hope y'all typing as I'm typing. And part of your score is called demonstration. I'm looking at a lot of scores. People are not turning in work. So I'm trying to build up all these demonstration points and participation points to keep your scores high. Now, if it doesn't apply to you, don't get offended. You know who you are and where you're failing at. So let's begin. What is the first one? What is 64 divided by 2 going to be?
32.
Oh, okay, Dajay. Don't forget an X is attached to it. Ajay got a few points for that. What about 20 divided by 5? Why? What is that going to be? 20 divided by 5. What could that be?
4y.
You said what, Dajay?
4y.
Okay. Far so good. Y'all letting her take all the demo points for this moment. What about 125 divided by 5?
25.
said 25?
Yeah.
Okay. Keep it going. So we reduced everything in that first equation. We got to come down and do it to this next equation. But what is negative 25 divided by 5? So from here on out, please try to type it in the chat because I want to see who gets it. Y'all gonna let Dajay take over if she just has to type everything. She already did it. Okay. Telling y'all need to jump in there. Some of these points be helping y'all after those quizzes. 228 divided by 2. Thanks for the X, Dajay. Anybody? Y'all, come on. Y'all letting her do all of it? Okay, so again, how about 30 divided by 2? That's an easy one, right?
18.
All right, Card, I'm gonna give it to you because Dajay did all of it. Dajay, you getting it, but dang. Somebody else get a try, Dajay. You see, Lisa fell back a little bit. Negative 27
I'm
over
sorry,
7.
y'all can take it from me.
You told me to
Let's get a
stop and let
chance.
them do it.
I'm sorry, y'all can take it. I'm moving too fast.
Shit, yeah. Give somebody else a chance. These points, girl. Dang. So what is 27 divided by 7? She moving out. Nobody wants it for real? Okay, Lisa said, I'm going to take it then. All right. So yes, negative 3.85. All they did, ladies and gentlemen, is divide these numbers out. Okay, so we're making great progress so far. But now we got to choose, we got to figure out how to simplify this because you see it's got too many terms and there's some like terms in there. So I'm just going to take this here and I'm going to put it again so you can see what are the like terms. So that would be this 5x, right? That I'm just going to put that in red because it's got to combine with this one here, which is a 15x. All right. So real simple question that anybody can answer in the chat is, what is a negative 15 plus a positive 15 going to become? What is it going to become? Okay. Oh, I think Lisa got it. That's 10x. So she's right. What's going to happen is I'm going to remove this 5x because it's gone and that plus sign. And this just becomes 10x, right? So now the problem looks a lot better. When we go and substitute, we don't have to substitute in 2 x values. So that's why we had to shrink it into just 1 x value. Now, I'm going to pretty much do equation 1 because that's their favorite with students. And we're going to come back and plug what we find for equation 1 into equation 2. But we need to choose whether we're going to solve for x or y. Now, I'm also going to do it easy for you guys because I know a lot of people just like using x. When I tell them to solve for y, they get a whole headache. So I'm going to take equation 1, its simplified version, and come all the way down here. Okay? This is equation 1. In equation 1, we're going to solve for x. That's all I'm saying to you guys. Okay? So solve for x in this equation using algebra. Okay? Awesome. Now, how do we who can tell me what's the one thing you want to do to get x, to get x by itself? What can you do? Now, I swear y'all better hurry up because I know Lisa going to tell me. But what she did it last class. So,
Add 4y on each side.
oh, she said it. Okay. Did everybody hear her? Can you put it in the chat, Lisa? What's the first step? So if you didn't hear, we want to get everything around the x to the other side of the equation, like the equal sign. So she said, hey, I'm just going to add, and she put it there in the chat. Thanks, Lisa. 4y. The Bulldogs. They're still in effect. And then what you do to one side, you got to do the other. So I'm going to make, this is a change to the equation. So I'll make this red. And then I'm going to take that and come over here. And that is effectively what we have. So I'm going to go down one step because I want to make sure I show all steps for you guys. What cancels out? Well, what cancels out, we're going to use strike through to show it. So showing all your steps. I'm going to cross out this negative 4y and that positive 4y because they become 0. So let's strike it out. All right. Now we got a whole new equation, right? So let's rewrite it, clean it up a little bit. Remember, all of this right here is now 0, so it's gone. And now this is our equation. But the problem is we don't have x yet. And that's what I was trying to do. So I'm going to come back. I'm going to take this, because that's a step. I'm going to put it here. And I'm going to try to get that 32 detached.
Tyler,
Yes.
on the using the equation start for x using algebra, that's a 32x minus 4x, 4y plus 4y. What's that? Minus what else?
Okay, so you're talking about here, Sinclair?
Yeah, it's real small.
Yeah. So I think you're talking about this part, right? Do you see what I'm highlighting?
Huh?
Do you see what I'm highlighting here?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to put that step here in the chat for you so you can see it. Only thing I can do. Well, all I did is I was trying to get x by itself, Sinclair. So what happens is we included, that's what Lisa was talking about, a 4y, and that allows us to cancel out the negative 4y. Does that help? She got quiet. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, I couldn't hear you. All right. So let's keep going. We got 32x here. We don't have x by itself. So in order to do that, remember the fact that 32x means 32 times x is a multiplication process. So the reverse of multiplication is division. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to put parentheses around my 32x. And I'm going to divide it by what I don't want next to the x, which is 32. Okay. But what you do to one side, you guys are going to get very comfortable with this on Thursdays. And we're doing all this algebra to get you ready for your test. We got to do it to the other. So this 32 is going to divide on the other side as well. Okay. That's all I did. Since it was 32x, I divided by 32 on both sides of the equation so I can get x by itself. So now what happens, right? Come here. And if you notice, this here, this 32 and that top 32 will cancel each other out. So we're going to strike it out. And this part is gone too, leaving only x because they crossed each other out. It's like 30. It's like x times 1 is just x. So that's gone. We have a new fraction that becomes of this here. So don't stop there. You got to change this to its new fraction. That's just simply, you're going to take the 32 and divide it not just into the 4y, but also into that 25. 32 divides into both of those elements when we brought it over. And see here, that there. So that is our new equation. Let's clean it up so we can see everything, and then we can divide everything out and hurry up and get to the next step. Okay. So what's happening over here? The 32 is gone, right? And then what else is gone? Well, I remember I told you all this is gone. So that's our new equation. But we got to do some division here. So what is 25 divided by 32? We'll put it in the chat and see who gets it first. Again, these points. Did Lisa already do it? Lisa, is that? Oh, goodness gracious. So, so that was what I was going to tell you to do. I think Lisa did it. She said 0.78. Let's see if she got it. Goodness gracious, this girl. Just a little monster. Yeah, she got it. Okay, so let's go back. We could rewrite it as 0.78, right? And then what about 4 over, you got to say 4y over 32. What is that going to be? 4y over 32. What is that going to become? All you got to do is, never mind. You are on it, Miss Bulldog. You are on it. Okay. So all she did is she said 4 divided by, oh, Sinkyra got it too. Why did she leave? Oh, goodness. She's coming back. That's all they did. I just want to make sure y'all saw that, right? And you could say 0.125 or 13. It depends on how you round it. So we're just going to say 0.13 so we don't have to worry about that third digit, and that's y. So Lisa, you're still right, and so is Sinkyra. It's going to be, what did she say, 0.13, and don't forget y is attached to that. So I'm going to bold this and underline it. But all we got to do now is go back and put this inside or substitute this inside of our equation we simplified into. Okay, so that's the equation I'm talking about. We're going to put what we found for x inside of here, and it'll be 10 times everything we found. So we come down one, and all I'm telling you to do is now substitute the equation we just found back into equation 2. Okay? And that means this. Let's come here and I'm going to grab this equation 2, right? We did all this work to make it smaller. And take that. And then when I put it here, we're now going to work on it. So that's what it looks like, just putting it there. But now we got to substitute what that x above that we found into that x below, and that's that next to that 10. So I'm going to put this equation again, come to this x, open up some parentheses, because all that goes in there, right? Here to this, what x value we found. Take that. That goes right here. Close parentheses. So this is the point where you got to do what is known as distribution. It's going to be 10 times the 0.78, and then you're going to also multiply. Welcome back, Sinkar. Your answer was right there. Thanks. Then you're also going to multiply 10 by 0.13y. Okay, so stay consistent. I know we're getting like, okay, are we done yet? We're almost there. We're at the substitution part. And then when we go back and find x, we're golden. So let me clean this up for you. There we go. And we're going to distribute, like I said, that number 10, right outside the parentheses into the equation by multiplying. So the first one we got is 10 times 0.78. You just go to Google and say, hey, equals. I'm showing you a quicker way. 10 times, and then we say 0.78. So that's 7.8, in case you weren't wondering. Or you can carry the decimal and see how that would work, because it goes back one. So this is just going to be 7.8. And then what about 10 times the 0.13y? Come over here, and it's probably just going to be 1.3y, but if you're not sure, that might not be comfortable for some people. So 0.13, and there you go, 1.3, and don't forget a y is attached to that one. So where's my document? Here we go. So we can change this to simply 0.3y. Moving on, we got to combine like terms. Get rid of that parenthesis. Okay. And what are the like terms here? Well, the y's, right? This is a like term because it's y attached to it. And this right here is a like term. So that's going to be what? That's an easy one. 114 plus, what, 1.3? What do you think that's going to be? Oh, who did that? That was Sinkar. So one close, but you got a 0.3, Sinkar, so it'll be 115.3, right? So it's real close. You almost got it. Okay, so here we go. We'll come down one and basically rewrite the new equation as Sinkara did. Excuse me. And she said it will be, I'm gonna come over here and do it here, 115.3, because you gotta carry that, right? The y stays there, but this part is gone. Okay. So let's keep going because we gotta solve for y. Come to the end here. It's back. Now, how do we get y by itself? The algebra at this point should be real easy for everybody. What is the first thing that I need to do to get y by itself? Take a moment and see if anybody sees what to do. How much time we got? It's 12:52. We're doing good on time. So nobody? Oh, Lisa said it. Okay, thank you, Lisa, for at least trying to wait. I figured you probably already knew. So we're gonna say, hey, we want to get rid of that plus 7.8, right? And there go Gabe. He's saying it too. I see you, Gabe. 7.8, right? But what you do one side, you got to do to the other. So this 7.8 is going to go to the other side as well. Let me just make that change. And then it's going to come over here. So this is not red no more. There's nothing unique about it. Okay. So now we have a situation where some things will cross out and some things will combine. You have a negative 3.85 on that other side of the equation minus 7.8. You can put those two together in the next step. And I'm going to see who puts in the chat and get it. I'm running tally on points with you guys. But this part here crosses out because they'll turn to 0 after they annihilate each other. So I'm going to strike it out. And now we got to figure out what this is here. So let me see, did anybody follow up with that? Because to be honest, these are both negative, so they add, but what does it become? Wait about a second or so before I do it.
Positive.
But it's not going to be positive, it's going to stay negative, right? But what could it be?
When you dividing or multiplying.
We're not multiplying. It's just going to be, oh, Lisa got it. So it's going to be negative 3.85 minus 7.8. That was the only thing it was. Lisa's saying is 11.65, negative 11.65. I think you're pretty close, though. So let's take a look because it will add, and Lisa got it. Yeah. So if you're not sure, use your tools. We're stuck at home. You might not have a calculator around. It just takes a little practice. Okay. Let me come back to our document. And that's what we replaced this part here with. That's what we were working on. So that's a negative 11.65. What's our new equation look like now? It's going to get smaller, isn't it? Because basically these two are gone. Okay. Now all we got to do is get y by itself, go back and get x. So how do we do that? Well, remember, in case nobody wants to type it, 115.3y is the same as saying 115.3 multiplied by y. And what's the reverse process of multiplication? It's division. Okay, so take this. This is another step. And I want to get rid of that 115. So I'm going to put a parentheses around it like I've done before. And I'm going to divide by what I don't want next to that y. And that is this number here. 115.3. But again, what you do to one side, don't forget, you got to do to the other. So that here as well. Make sure I group my negative sign with that number so it doesn't get lost. Now, we have one more iteration. We got some things that's going to cancel, right? So these 115s, they go away. And this goes away. But we got some stuff that divided out as a final step. So let's see what that's going to be. Well, what is this number over that number? It's negative 11.65 divided by 115.3. So in order to do that, like I said, you could always come to Google. But I'm going to put it just in Google and wait a second to see who'll get it. Put in the chat to see who can calculate it. That's what I'm trying to figure out. What do you think it's going to be? Nobody? All right. So if I hit enter, I get a negative 0.101. So he's going to put 101, 0.101 negative. Okay. It's going to come down. I'm finna go to the bathroom. Okay, Franklin, just make sure you come back. We're almost through. So it's going to be y equals, right? I divided it out. It's a negative 0. I think it was 101. Right? Yeah. And all we're going to do, and that's kind of accurate because it's a big number on the bottom. You got to take this to finish the problem off. You got to take this y we found, and we'll bold it and underline it because that's one of your, it's close to your final answer because of order pair. We're going to come back to this here and figure out what x was. Because remember, we didn't know everything about x because we had a y still in there somewhere. But now we have a y that we can use to find x. So for 15 points, who can tell me what the old algebra joke was? And you have to type it in the chat. How does it go? Use the y above. See if anybody gets to 15 points. Now use the y above. I'm talking about the y above my head or in this problem to solve for x or find x. In equation 1. Now this comes from equation 1 basically. So all I got to do now is, like I said, put this inside of the y. So I'm going to do that. And when I put this here, hey, algebra, don't, okay, wait. Lisa got it first, but then Sakara came. Oh, Melody finally arrived. Okay. Ooh, at the end of class, dear, what happened? Give me a second.
I just got home.
You just got home. Oh, okay. Terry just now got here. All right, here we go. Okay, you're gonna have to watch the video, Terry, and try to do the work, dear, because you missed a lot.
All right.
All right, but the video will be ready before 4. No, I'm sorry, after 4.
Okay.
Here. Grab. Also, Terry, do you got your camera on? Because the policy now is we all got to have our cameras on. For the entire class. So that's me putting the Y in, everybody. Okay. Open it up. I don't want to bold it. And I just want it all black. There we go. So this final step, you can just put it all into Google if you want, and it'll give you a final answer. It'll calculate it out correctly, I've seen. So who knows what this will be? If you get it before I get the answer in Google, then you get 10 points. And a lot of people have been racking up in points, like Kyra and Sharon and a few people, Lisa, Gabriel. So, you know, use this moment to calculate that answer. It's another 10 points. But let me put it in Google in case no one feels confident to do it. All right, so I'm ready. Does anybody have that answer? What could that be? That's our final X value. Any takers? Trying to get better by my wait time. So no. All right. So it is. I'm gonna put it in there.
Yay!
What happened? I was supposed to wait. 0.77 is what you would use. So let me come here.
I'll send you the answer.
Okay, well go ahead and put it in. It's all right. I'm trying to make sure y'all can get out of here with enough time to get ready for your next class. But thank you, Dajay. Just put the answer in there. So 0.77. She said, wait. All right, you're the very final way you want to give this answer so you can get full credit is to not forget that in the beginning, I asked you guys for the ordered pair. And the ordered pair always looks like this, X, comma, Y. So don't get scared when you see it. The ordered pair is always set up as X, comma, Y. And we just found X and we found Y. So use that as another way to know if you're done with a problem or not, because some of y'all stop and think you found X, but you didn't go back and find Y. So the ordered pair here for today is, and just put the same format, parentheses, what's our X? It was 0.77. Comma, what's our Y? Well, if I look up, it was this number here. Okay. Parentheses, and we're gonna do this. Let's make it all clean. And that is exactly your final answer. Okay, so you gotta type all this up. I'm gonna give you guys 5 minutes to stretch your legs. You have to keep your cameras on. Melody, eventually you got to turn your camera on, dear, because that's the new policy. We have to make sure you're in class and you're in front of the camera screen.
Tyler, can you go up a little bit?
I sure can. So this 5 minutes is if I got to go up, you got to type something up or figure something out.
Right there.
Okay, right here. Okay. I'm gonna set the clock. You can use it to use the
Down a
bathroom.
little bit. Under
Go up some more. Is that what you said?
yeah, let me see. Stop.
Thank you, Melody. Just keep your camera on. We don't have long left in class. Okay. So you said scroll up, Sinkyra, or no?
Yeah.
Okay. How about here?
Yeah, right there.
Okay. Use this time to get all the stuff done. If you think you have everything, start working on the second problem. Don't forget to put the second problem in your Google Doc and knock it out. You're not done. You have a homework problem that's due by 8. So if you're waiting and you think you have everything, go ahead and copy the 2A and the 3A problem from ESB into your Google document now. Do you have everything, Sinkyra, or no? Because I was going to put the problem in there.
You can finish.
Okay. So if I go back to ESB, this is what I'm discussing with you guys, right? There's a 2A problem and a 3A problem. Both are due by 8 p.m. And these, I mean, come on, ladies and gentlemen, these are super way easier than the problem we just went through. So you should try it out. A lot of people are turning in work and they're not doing these homework problems. So in essence, when you look at your scores and you only got a 50%, it's because you did half the work. You did the homework. I mean, you did the in-class work, but you didn't do the homework. So just do yourself a favor. Right now, if you got a moment, copy those 2 problems and put them into your Google Docs so you don't forget to do them. And we use the same procedure. This is not hard. Let me give you a clue on how to do the first one. Because I really would like to see more people other than Daje and Lisa getting all the work done. You're going to just simply take these Y's and combine them, because that's a Y. You can put that 7 inside of that Y and then solve for X. The Y is already found. So that's easy. You have like one part of your order pair already. What about this one? Well, I kind of did it again. To get X by itself, you're going to do what? You divide by 7 on both sides. You got the X, but you still got to go back and find out what Y was. So just finish all the problems. Let's see, 5 more minutes. No, we got, okay, so it's 2 more minutes. I'm going to talk about attendance and I'm going to talk about grades real quick. I just want to share a screen, a student screen, and show you where to go and where the videos will be. So take the next 2 minutes to get yourself ready. And then if we finish that quickly, we can leave early. So you might leave 5 minutes early. I hope she didn't think I meant you could leave now. Sharon Franklin. Hope she comes back.
We can leave.
No, ma'am. I was saying after the 2 minutes, we was going to discuss grades. See, Carter left. They're not listening. Cannot leave yet. Cannot leave yet. You got to discuss grades and stuff. It's okay. I'll follow up with them too. Franklin and Carter. All right. Okay, so let me stop the clock and just go ahead and get into this because it seems like a lot of people are ready to go. So let's take a look at this. I'm gonna stop sharing. I need one of the students to share their student Etsy portal so I can show you a few things, and then that'll be it for today. So who's willing to share their screen real quick? You got to share your.
I'll share mine. What we gotta do?
Go ahead, Sinkyra, so we can hurry up and get this over with. Thank you, dear. You got a SIM card? Oh, there it goes. Okay. So, Sankara, go to your ESB screen. I'm starting to see your presentation now. Yeah, and ESB. Okay. Now, two things, Sankara. I just want you to show the class where my work is, so they always know where the work is found. That's the classroom view. I call it the Facebook view. Can't see a lot because you'll be scrolling for days to figure stuff out. So go to a particular class, like go to my class real quick, Sankara, and click. Yeah, you can click on my work there. When you do that, it doesn't put you in the classroom view. It takes you to everything you either done or you did not do. So everybody should check on this because we're walking into week 3 and there's a lot of bad scores. If you have a red N, it means needs improvement. You need to get in there and fix it until you get up to an E, which is blue, or something that's green, which means you're doing great, or even yellow. But okay, so right there, okay, she just showed you what that class was. There's a graph in there, and also the library section. So, Sankara, go right back for a second.
Just set me up for failure. I got a bad grade right now.
Girl, you can fix it though. Stop all that. Go back to you don't want to show your graph, is what you're trying to say? Because you cut that off real quick. Okay, so thank you, Sankara. It's okay. You got time to fix it, Sankara. So this graph shows you how you're doing. If you have a lot of negative points, she's actually doing good. You need to go back and fix those. Also, click on assessments, Sankara, and then I'm done messing with you. Go up to a little bit, dear. And you see where it says assessments? Can you scroll up? There you go, assessments. Everybody in class use this assessments feature so you can see what you have and have not done. You can click on submit and still get the assignments done. Now, assignments for this week, if they're done after 8 p.m., 20% credit is knocked off. You still have until Sunday to finish everything this week. So don't wait till the last minute, all right? With that said, it is 13:10. Thank you, Sankara. I have nothing else other than to say, try to get to your next class. Try not to miss too many classes, because if you miss more than 9 days, you'll be out of the program. In all classes, you guys have to keep on your cameras and be present. Have a great day, and I'll see you all tomorrow.
Mr. Tyler.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Y'all can give me a schedule to get it, y'all, so y'all can to send into my teacher, so y'all can do whatever to it. And then I'm gonna have my stuff in like.
Hey, Mr. Rose. Hey, Lisa.
Okay, so you saying you guys still get the schedule, Dajay?
Yeah, I'm gonna get my schedule tomorrow.
Okay.
They're gonna get my schedule tomorrow so I can get it, y'all. But I'm saying my problem's gonna be in by 10.
Okay, that's fine. Just get it in as soon as you can, Dajay. All parts.
Where you work at, Dajay?
Huh?
Where you work at?
I don't know where I work at.
Making me worried. Why are you smiling like that? What's wrong? I can't tell the man where you work. You
Yeah,
or something?
Nah, but the world don't know where I work at. Like it ain't somewhere you can come.
Okay. Yeah, you're free to go, Dajay. Everybody did pretty good. Lisa, you're a superstar. She's gone. Okay.
Good job, y'all, today and every day before today.
Right,
So we be having 10 extra minutes. You just be wanting us to go out your class.
No, I'll be sitting in the class. Some people be ready to go. You saw Lee left, and who else? Sharon left. They be ready to go. I'll be sitting here until like 2 minutes left, so I can get to my next period.
Hey, your baby got big quick.
I'm gonna say, how big is how old